Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to what is it? Drama Friday. It's Drama Friday, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have fun, guys. How are you all? Have you all had a good week? Do you know, I can't believe it's Friday. It's really crept up on me this week. I've been doing this, that, and yeah, everything, guys. It's been like full on. It's been a full on week, but I'm here. I'm here and ready for this drama because there's a lot going on, isn't there? Here, there, and everywhere. Bit like me. So I put the link in the chat for the girls. Edna's probably faffing around trying to find a microphone and everything else. There she is. Hi, Edna.
Hey, happy
How
Friday.
are you good?
I'm good. I'm ready for Drama Friday.
Drama Friday. It's Drama
Drama
Friday.
Friday. Hey.
And we got a girl in the house. We've got Bridge in the house.
Hey.
Hey, sweetie. How are you? How's your
Good. Well, we were just celebrating yesterday our independence from you and your country, Dan.
Oh.
Did you do anything fun?
You know what? I did not. I was in the bed all day because I had this sinus headache I could not get rid of. It was bad. Mm-hmm.
That's probably because you're always fighting on Twitter. Okay, just give Twitter a break. It's like every time I go on there, there's Bridge. Oh, going away with somebody else. And there's Bridge. There she is. She's
but it's always over.
again.
It's always over stupid stuff, so it's not like emotional fighting.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so let's see who's in chat. We've got Bill. I always have a problem with that. built to spill. Okay, Harlow is interesting, and her new show serial ended up in Crossfire. It's good too on YouTube, horror flick. Yeah, I like her, but we're going to save her for a bit later on because, do you know, everybody knows the usual suspects and all the crap that they keep doing. So I thought, do you know what, Jam? To save you going over and over it, just put up a banner and then people can read it, because we can read over here. We're all intelligent people, aren't we, girls?
Look, I'm reading right now. I didn't even notice the ticker underneath. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so who have we got? We've got Capone. Hi, Capone. Capone's a new member. Thank you, darling. That's really nice of you. Sorry, it's very lonely for you, but I appreciate you nonetheless. I really do. Oh, and she said a really nice thing. Jan, I appreciate you very much. I've become quite meek and timid in the last year. You don't want to do that, Capone. Speak up. Speak out loudly. Strong women make me feel empowered and brave. Thanks for being one of the women in this space that inspires me. That is lovely. Thank you so much, Capone. I really appreciate that. That's lovely. The girls are saying nothing because they're those kind of girls.
No. I saw that and I agree. I feel the same way.
Yeah, do you know, I think so too. We've got to, we have to speak up twice as loud as everybody else. Do you know what I mean? Because we've all got tans and we're women. So it's like, yeah. So, yeah, I'll shout from the rooftops. We've got Barley in. Hey, Barley. I hate it that it's true what they told me when I was small. The older you get, the faster the days and time pass. I hate that it's true. It is true, darling.
It is.
Can you imagine what it's like for me? It's like, wow, that year went rather quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this year's going quick. It's already July.
Mm-hmm.
And Elmo was on Twitter talking mess too, because somebody was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how did we get here?" Talking about how did we get here so fast in July, and Elmo was like, "Because July comes after June." I was like, "You know what, Elmo,
Listen,
you are too
Elmo.
sassy."
You go play with Dorothy or somebody, right? Let's go fish. Get out of here.
I have to say, I've got no idea who Elmo is. No idea.
Elmo?
Sesame Street. Yeah.
Oh, Sesame Street. Really?
Yeah, like the big and Snuffleupagus.
What? And you pay attention to them, do you?
Well, no, he just pops up on Twitter because Elmo made the news a couple of months ago because he came out on Twitter and was like, "How is everybody doing today?" And then everybody was like, "Oh, Elmo, I am not." Elmo got like thousands and thousands of replies from people.
I'm sorry, guys. This is a bit worrying.
Everybody was trauma dumping on Elmo, and then Elmo was like on Good Morning America or something like that. He was on the news and with his dad, and they were like, "Elmo, how do you?"
What? A puppet's got a dad.
Yes.
Who's Elmo's dad?
I forget what his name is, but he looks like Elmo. He's just bigger and looks like Elmo. Yeah,
he's the red monster. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're talking
is it
about
a black man or
no?
Oh my God! See what you're missing out, Edna, on Twitter. See what you're missing out by not being on Twitter.
Right? I gotta get back on there.
No. Don't worry. I just pass over Bridget's Bridget's comments on there because
you better get on it because Elmo is cutting up on Twitter.
Oh man.
God.
Okay, sorry, Jen. Bridge and I continue this Elmo conversation at another time.
It's all right. I tell you, where do I put in like a an advertisement for new panelists. Where would I put that? On Twitter or in my community tab?
Don't put it on Twitter because Elmo might apply.
Oh my God! And Capone's joining in. Remember when Elmo? What was all? What?
Tickle me?
Remember when
No,
Tickle Me Elmo was all the rage?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Yep. Yeah.
So there's more than one. There's more than one puppet called Elmo.
No, because they had the toy. They had the toy. It was Tickle Me Elmo. You could tickle the little toy, and it would start. And Elmo would start laughing, and all these parents went like crazy trying to get these Tickle Me Elmos for their kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have Sesame Street over here anymore.
Oh,
I think we grew out of it. But I know what you Americans are like, so I kind of understand why you still watch it.
Okay. We don't still watch Sesame Street, but like there's younger kids. People have kids every day. They still watch Sesame Street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think we have them over here. If there's any Brits around, then yeah, put me straight. But I don't remember my kids watching it. I mean, well, maybe years and years ago, but not my youngest. I'm sure Sesame Street wasn't around.
Well, no, it's been around for like 30. I mean, since the 70s, right?
Yeah, I know it's been around for a while, but
like 40 years
we
now.
move on. We move on. We change our governing bodies. We've now got a new prime minister. Yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay. Do you know what? I couldn't give a toss. I really am the least political person ever, and I really don't care. But we've now gone from Labour. No, we've gone from Conservative to Labour, and everyone's joyous. No, they're not. I mean, most Brits are like me. They really can't be, because it's like all politicians. They promise you this, they promise you that, and you get nothing at the end.
Well, Jen, I don't think we are at a point where that's even like an option. It's like they're talking about creating a situation for a dictatorship. It's like if we check out at this point, it's like what is democracy?
What does this mean? We're cutting up. You're cutting up only 11 minutes in. What does that mean? Cutting up.
I think they're enjoying the show, Jan.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Me and all my siblings were born while Reagan was in office. I wonder if that means anything. I mean, he was another problematic one, wasn't he? To be honest. Yeah, I have to say. Right, Gia's running for president of Canada this year. Please vote.
President, Prime Minister.
Yeah. So we've now got someone called, what's his name? Keir. I don't even know what his name is. That's how much I care. Yeah. So apparently we're all Labour now. But getting back to, because I do have to try and steer my girls over. I'm sorry, chat, but they're quite hard to control sometimes. These two. Right. Where are we? Where's this one that I thought was a really good link? Who's in a wind tunnel? I said,
oh, sorry.
Let's get out of the wind tunnel, darling.
I'm in front of my fan. Let me turn it down. My apologies.
Someone was talking about strong women, and I agree. We have to be strong. Bridge, can you believe that young lady that we reacted to the other day actually left me a comment?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Video? And as I've always said, right, it's the quality, not the quantity. Okay, I've always said that, and I maintain it. I've had work on TV and radio because of my very small audience. So yeah, I mean, hard to believe, but it's true. But there you go. Talking about really strong women, okay, because this is where we're leading to, all right, because we are leading to somewhere eventually. I thought it would be really good to react, talk about this young lady. Now, I guess you all know who she is. Her name's Kalari. And what I like about Kalari, I don't think she likes me particularly, but that matters not. Okay. What matters to me is that she's a strong Black woman, large, who is so confident in herself, in her words, in her beliefs, in who she really is, that she's not afraid to come on camera and show who she is and, give back some of what she gets from certain areas of the YouTube. So I thought we'd just have a look at this video that she did today, because I thought it was very interesting. Okay, but first I'm going to have to look at my chat. Right, we're talking all politics. Okay, who's a diagnosed sociopath? Who is? Okay. Anyway, so let's go.
Give me just a moment to get set up, because I know y'all knew this was coming.
I tell you what, I wish I had her confidence. And it's not because I lack confidence. It's that when I'm on stream, I'm so much of a bloody performer. I always have to perform. So I'd be like, I couldn't just put the camera on and just stroll back, onto the exercise bike. I'd have to do like a little dance or something. That's just the way I am. I can't help it. So that's one of the reasons why I choose not to go online now, because not to put my face online, because I can't help it. I'm too much of a performer. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay. Now that's interesting. Kalari has admitted to being a sociopath as well as having BPD, I believe. Okay.
I'm wondering if she means antisocial personality disorder, since there's like really no diagnosis for a sociopath.
I've seen people use that term though, and there was another girl. Funny enough, it was a Black young woman who was doing an interview where I think she's autistic and considers herself a sociopath.
I think a lot of people use that term, but they've been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder.
Oh, I haven't, and I'm surprised. Because I can be quite antisocial sometimes. Okay, so apparently she used the word sociopath. It stuck with me. Okay, what exactly is a sociopath? Because I thought a sociopath was somebody who had perhaps social anxiety and was incapable of acting, in inverted commas, normal, whatever normal is, or shall I say appropriately in social settings. That's what I thought a sociopath was. Bridge, I'm sure you know a little bit about it.
Well, like I said, it's not a real diagnosis.
Yeah, so the Google definition says a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we've only got Capone's word on that, so I don't want to call her anything really, unless I've seen it for myself. But yeah, okay, so Capone says they don't feel emotions, but they play the part. Antisocial doesn't even try to play the part. Okay, all right.
I don't that's not necessarily true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the video and okay, go to live chat. Bill has insight. Okay, I am in live chat. What did Bilt say? Can you girls see it or?
Bill said,
I'm trying to.
All right. Well, listen, I'm just going to carry on with this. And
Bill
we'll...
said, yeah, Bill to Spill said, I am antisocial, but sociopaths are quite social.
Yeah. But I thought that sociopaths didn't always act appropriately in social settings. Have I got that wrong? I mean, I'm not saying that they act like, violently or anything like that, but I just think that sometimes they may be lacking in self-awareness. I don't know. We'll talk about that on another time.
Yeah, let's go on.
Sorry.
I don't know what else I can do or say. I'm in my house dress. It's early because it's going to get hot a little bit later, and we got a nice overcast. So I'm going to get started because obviously the heifer was bored. She needed my attention. I mean, you're supposed to be sick, right? I had a great 4th, y'all. I know that a lot of people have
Booty beauty.
She's talking about Foodie because apparently Foodie came out and once again was slagging her off. So yeah. Okay. So okay. All right. We'll skip on from the mental health aspect, I think. Thanks, Bill to Spill. Okay, so yeah, so she is responding to Foodie saying certain things about her.
Feelings on the floor, and it's fine. I know I do too, as somebody who has a military family and somebody who is an adult descendant of slaves. It is a conflicting thing, but I still celebrated with my family yesterday, and I had a good old time. Grilling, bumping it to Not Like Us.
Speaking of which, so your independence, right? What have you become independent from?
You. Hello.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't put out my usual happy Independence Day to all my American friends on Twitter. I won't be doing that again.
Speaking of which, K-Dot dropped that video yesterday. It was fucking amazing. And
You know what?
I might even do an analysis.
I was thinking of her, and I went to go to her page yesterday because I wanted to hear her thought about the Kendrick Lamar video that came out yesterday. But I never got to her page to see what she had to say.
All right.
Of it, because I love all the drops in it, including his beautiful family dancing and just showing their unit, which is something that I didn't think Heifer understands. When you're in a solid unit, can nothing you, Slow Mama, or anybody else say against you get to you?
Yes, and that I feel exactly the same way. That, if you're comfortable in your real life, why are you going to be bothered about idiots online that have their opinion on you? It doesn't matter, does it?
No, I know for a fact that you don't just watch me through him. You said my bike sounds like it's dying. Are you mad because you can't sit on it?
Do you know what? I wish I could sit there as comfortably as she does and just cycle along, doing the weights with my hands as well, and not be out of breath. I don't think I could do that.
Oh, you could. I mean, it just takes conditioning.
Oh, okay. I'll expect you on the live stream. Let's see which one. Wednesday. Okay, Wellness Wednesday. I want to see you doing this then, Edna. All right.
Oh man, I haven't been in the gym in months. It's ridiculous. I did my 5K and I was like, I'm done. I gotta get back to it.
That was months ago.
Edna, that is such an achievement, though, to do 5K. Why would you give up then when your body was obviously, healthy enough in order to do that? Why would you give up?
Well, also the tax season started too. So,
yeah, we always blame the tax. Always blame the taxes. It's their fault.
Like I said in my short, you exceed the weight limit for this at least by 200 pounds, Heifer. I'm sorry, but we are not the same size. I know you've got mind and body dysmorphia, but the fact that you really think that you are the same size as me? Are you fucking kidding me? I have shown full profiles of myself, heifer. I might be short, I might still be working on stuff, but we are not the same. You are not like us.
I love that. I think good for her. And I love that she stays calm. I love that. And like, so apparently, you know, Foodie's saying that she's like, this woman is her size.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I agree with that.
But you know what? Foodie does say that she's 370, 360.
What she says and what is the truth are two entirely different things, Edna. You should know that by now, darling.
I mean, like, what are we gonna just flat out call her a liar? She's
Yes.
standing on. Okay.
Yeah.
I really think that you think you're gonna pull some rage out of me with your petty jabs about something I visibly show. You would rather get your teeth fixed, Miss, I didn't go to a fucking dentist for 10 years.
Like Foodie has teeth missing.
Like, you don't want to.
Foodie has teeth missing, like all on the side. All her side teeth are gone.
Yes, I know. The irony of someone like Foodie poking at another person's looks is just ridiculous. It's a bit like The Hustler. How he can sit there and poke fun at other people's looks is just insane to me. It's like, do you not have any mirrors in your house? Well, he probably doesn't. He probably breaks them all. Anyway, let's carry on.
Exercise. You ordered a fucking sloppy ass salad at 3 a.m. You know what I was doing at 3 a.m.? Sleeping. You know why I was sleeping? Because I had a full day of fun. I depleted my social battery yet again because, you know, it was the 4th of July and we get to celebrate with people who want to be around us.
I must say, I think she's lost a bit of weight. From what I can see, I think she has lost a bit.
To celebrate with people who want to be around us. You don't know what that feels like. You had to pay that man extra just to be an extra in your little 3-hour pity video. You said I was huffing and puffing and great. I'm glad you listened. I did spend 20 minutes in hot weather exercising. Something you can't seem to do. But you got all this talk about my exercise bike, about struggling, about my dental damage. Why are you so invested in me, Heifer? Thanks for letting me know I rent space in your empty head, though.
It's true. I mean, this woman, I love genuine people. And I think this woman is so genuine. She comes on, she's got what she calls like a house dress on, you know, and but I love her voice. I love the way she speaks. I love the way she's very calm and she's very articulate. And she puts, you know, someone like Foodie smack bang in her place just by being who she is. And I love that.
And if you're going to talk about the bike, why don't you talk about the weights that I'm lifting too? Why don't you talk about that I can do this talking while pumping 5-pound weights? Can you? No, you can't. You said you're going to go for a walk. Well, you're filming or you're on your visa run. Do you think people are so stupid that if you go out and wherever you are, you won't know that it's not your little slumdog millionaire area? Come on, heifer. But what cracks me up is the thought that you think we're jealous of your visa run, that you're a traveler. Ma'am, you wander through airports, breaking out in sweat and bleach, blotchy skin, beet red by the time you get to where you need to board if they can't get you a tram. Fun fact, even when I did travel, even when I was much heavier, I walked, bitch. I never needed a tram. But you can't say that, can you?
Absolutely. What's Barley saying? Who don't you like now, Barley? I like you, Jan, but I do not like her. But okay, we don't need to like the same people. I find she is trying to be over smart. For what? Do you think, girl, don't be over smart? Do your thing, girl, don't be over smart. Why do you think she's over smart? Because she's an author? And because she talks, in an articulate way? I'm interested. Why do you think that, Barley? Because I don't see that at all. Right, I'm going to jump forward. I don't see her trying to be anybody, anything, but that she is.
I mean, I think that like she talks about her accomplishments, which she
Yeah.
is a published author, and then she speaks her mind. She says what she has to say. That's what I see.
Yeah, I've never heard her and felt like she came across as like bragging or anything like that.
No, I don't see that at all.
Honey. But then when he came again, the Kai Bella stuff in December, which is not ancient history, honey. He legitimately tried to go for your visas. And speaking of which, I heard your old man, the one that got away, the crackhead that you debased yourself for, legit got married.
Is that true, guys?
That's
Is
what
it
I
true
heard
that he got
too.
married?
I mean, apparently.
Well, you know why he's got married? Because he wants to have everything that Dee Dee's got. He wants his name on the lease and everything. And as a married person, he'll be entitled to that. I mean, more fool her if she's married him. That's all I can say.
I cannot believe it. Like to imagine going from being in the chat to being married to now, craziness.
So Barley says, why is she feeling the need to compare herself while she shows her exercising? I think she's been doing that for some time. I think she's been exercising. I think she calls it her fit bang.
Right. Instead of eating on camera, she exercises.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still don't see your point. I still don't see it as something that's disingenuous. It's like I have my opinion to put out there, but whilst I do, I show I'm better, showing I move, trying too strong to prove your point. Okay, you no thoughts, Barley. I don't agree with them, but there we go.
So, am I the target of your rage because you can't rage at his fridge partner or him? Because it don't make sense. I spent the whole week just doing me. Didn't talk about you since last Saturday. And honestly, I don't really have much left to say about you. You're literally poisoning yourself. Yet you're jealous of the sound of my bike? Man, get the fuck out of here. I do not understand people like you.
And that's exactly what it is. It's jealousy because Foodie can't do this. Can you imagine, right, with all her following, if Foodie started doing something like this? I mean,
I don't know if people would support her.
Didn't she try at one point? Like she did some like 2 minutes of yoga or something a while ago. I saw some clips where she was trying to do yoga and it was like, looks stupid. She looks stupid.
Oh, I don't know. But I think it would probably be like Candy, what is it? Hungry Fat Chick, where her views went down once she started like losing weight and eating healthier.
Yeah, Barley says everyone is different. It's okay not to agree with me. I know I am weird. We're all weird. You're no more weird than I am. Trust me. But thanks for not brushing me off for this. And this is why I love you guys so much. Barley, listen, honey, I said that I would give you a voice. I gave you a voice. You still have a voice, even over here, even though I don't always agree with what you say. But, no, we're not always going to agree, are we? I don't know. I don't want to play all of her video, but there's a bit where she talks about the slow one going in to Foodie's chat and dropping some coins.
Heifer. I'm sorry you get so mad that 3K people don't want to come over and talk shit about FFG with you because you're fucking boring. I love that. This is the only thing you got left. Fake rage, fake engagement, hiding yourself, which I'm still glad you calmed down. I'm never going to be upset with that. But the fact that you and the so-called king of girl world have to keep bringing me up, you're not insulting me. You're not insulting Charlie with the no fronts thing. I know Charlie Gold has been living red space in your head, and she's doing her own thing. It looks fabulous, so you're jealous for that. I know that you watch me and you keep blaming him, but you're a little bit too intimately knowing the sounds of my bike. So instead of just watching me, why don't you put me on while you walk? Maybe that rage that I induce in you will make you work for a Waddle father.
Yeah, I love that idea. I love that. So let's move on. So yeah, so how do we feel? Because Slow Mama has sort of, well, he's gone underground, hasn't he?
Oh no, he's on vacation.
Yeah, but that's not stopped him before. I mean,
Right,
you know, and that's the most crappiest bloody vlogs I've ever seen in my life. So I don't think it's that, but I think it was interesting that he popped his head out in Foodie's chat, and yet he still goes on saying that, oh no, I'm unbiased. I'm not biased towards her and blah blah. Yeah, all right, whatever. We know different. So I think that's probably all we need to go over with Kalari. I think that was all I wanted to sort of talk about with her. But I still think she's good for you. I don't think she's friends. I don't think she likes me particularly, but that doesn't matter. I don't care. I can still champion strong women. And for me, she's a strong woman. She doesn't care what people think. So she's lost her front teeth. Apparently, that was because she had like an eating disorder. And so, yay, those people, they're just going to make fun of that. And it's like, some of these people in girl world are just so toxic. They will pick on the smallest of details. When I look at this woman, okay, it's obvious. Certain things are obvious, that she's a large woman, that she has, she's got teeth missing. But if I'm going to react to her, I'm not going to make that the focal point of my reaction. It's like I talk about Peter Mon. I try and get a video out once a week. I don't talk about his looks, apart from the fact that he looks like Santa. But, I don't go, and that's all in jest. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think these people are just so nasty and toxic. So Built to Spill is asking, Barley, do you find Kalari arrogant when she talks? That is something I could see. I like her posts. Yeah, maybe Barley, maybe there's something in Kalari that that triggers Barley, and we don't know. So we just have to accept that. I mean, I can ask her what it is if I did, but yeah, I don't know. I just see somebody who's really genuine. What do you girls think?
I think it is a double standard, especially with women. So like men can like brag about the things that they've done and the accomplishments they've made. But if like a woman does that, then, it's looked down upon. Like we're supposed to be kind of more humble than men and not brag on the things that we've done. I think that's like across the board, like especially like in America.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Do you think that's why some people may not like her? See, I didn't realize that people didn't like her. I thought she was very well liked over here. So do you
I don't
think?
know.
See, and I hate this false narrative that Your mama is the one that put it out there where what Capone said she didn't correct her husband when he thought Wakanda was a real place. He didn't think it was a real place. I went back and watched the stream where they were talking about it. He knew Wakanda was not real. He was talking about like in the super. And I think you pointed it out and the superhero universe. He was talking about the place as the superhero universe, as a superhero universe. He didn't think it was real, so there was no need for correction. But your mama went on a tangent and made it like he thought it was real.
Yeah, of course, and they will. They'll jump on anything to discolor somebody else, or discredit somebody else. They do that really well. It's a shame they don't use that ability in other areas of their life, like, education, and comprehensional skills. But yeah, that's exactly what they do. They all do it across the board. All the people that are running along the bottom here, they all do it to other people, and it's just when you're sort of on the tail end of that or the back end of that, it gets very tiresome, and it's like, well, you could sort of think, oh well, I'm not going to bother saying anything else now. You're going to get it wrong anyway. Which is not what I'm about, really. I will say it until I'm comfortable that people do understand the truth, but it's very hard in this corner of the universe. Okay, so Barley says, I find she has something unappealing to me. I don't want to say more. She wants to prove she's better. I don't think it's a case of wanting to prove she's better. I think it's obvious she's better. So, yeah, I don't think that she needs to prove that. I think, look at it from her point of view. And that's okay, but is she proving herself for the right reason? What's the right reason, though, Barley? I would say that if you put yourself in her position where there's somebody online who is, morbidly obese and does absolutely nothing to try and, improve things for herself, improve her standard of living, and has the gall to keep insulting her because, for what reason? So I don't know whether I said that all correctly. But yeah, if you put yourself into Kalari's shoes, I think maybe you wouldn't think, oh, well, I'll just show off that I can sit here and ride my bike. I don't think it's that. I don't look at it that way. Do you, girls? Or
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think there is a point of, it's okay. We're bullshitting on the internet, right? Does Kalari need to do this, or like, does she need to let us know that she's accomplished her X, Y, and Z, and blah blah blah? Like, no. But I mean, in the context of what we're doing, I don't think it's out of place or inappropriate.
yeah, no, I don't see that at all. But especially when you've got these people that keep going on and on about, turn your camera on so that I can see you. Why would I could look like Naomi Campbell and they're still going to rip me to pieces. Why would I do that? My face is on my channel enough. You don't need to see it now. So I think it's good that this woman hasn't come on behind an avatar and is proving and is showing that even though she may be, morbidly obese, she's
Jan,
doing her best to make things better. What?
I was gonna say, and I think maybe she like makes it known, like, all her accomplishments, because I think a lot of people look at somebody like a dark skin or a darker skinned black woman who's overweight, who is missing teeth, things like that, and think that she's not educated or think that she's not accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. There is that as well.
I think people need to understand too. She has not changed. If you look at her old videos when she was getting like a couple of hundred views and stuff, she was doing this stuff before. She was doing her book giveaways. She was riding her bike. She was doing all of this stuff before people were even watching her. So she hasn't changed. It's not like she's proven anything to anybody. She's just doing her vlogs and doing what she does.
Yeah, I agree. But if people, we've all got different minds, as Barney says. We're all very different. We've all got different minds. We've got different views, and she sees it in another way, and that's fine. Oh, are we going to have a punch up about it? No. It's just
Results of fisticuffs
differently. And I'm always trying to learn. I like to find out why people think that way. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, all right. So shall we move on? Is it too early to have a quick break, or shall we just move straight on to the main event?
No, I think it's good to have a quick break, because then it's like the halfway mark.
Okie dokie. So let me sort this out. Let's have a quick break, and we'll be right back after this charming piece of music. And we're back. We're back in the room. Hope you managed to go and do what needed to be done, and are now sat back and ready for part two. Part two is a little bit different. It's still drama, but it's not drama in the pathetic community that is known as Girl World. It's drama in a community that I never thought there would be drama. This is what it is, guys. It's true crime. There's drama in the true crime.
Stephanie
community.
Harlow exposed. Wow.
Yeah, this is what caught my eye. Now, I've seen this woman before. Her name is Radiant Brit. I've seen her before. I think she did a video on something that I might have been interested in. And I'm not sure what I thought of it. So anyway, I can't remember. But when I saw this video, I thought, oh my God, let's have a look. Now, okay, I don't want to rabbit on forever about it, but I want your opinions.
Wait, I remember this, like, because she did do a video and she did it on, because I was trying to remember, she did it on, what's her face? The one with the pimp. What's her face? The one with the pimp. No. The one with the pimp.
Harlot?
The one with the pimp boyfriend. What's her name?
Kaya?
Yes. No, Kaya. She did a video on Kaya, and I remember as I was watching, she highlighted one of my comments that I left on Kaya's page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. That's funny. I wonder why she did it on Kaya. But anyway, that's by the by. Let's move on. So anyway, we all know who Stephanie Harlow is, I take it. She's a big true crime personality, whatever. Some people don't like her. I mean, she does come across a bit as being a bit fake, but I quite like her, and she does so much digging. Sometimes the story she tells and goes over is such a deep dive. It's like frightening. It's like, oh no, I don't want to hear all the details. But anyway, so this young lady has decided she's gonna say something about Stephanie being exposed. So let's go.
Stories about it, so we're going to go over it. If you're interested, please keep watching.
We're watching. Oh, I should have skipped over this. Sorry, guys. Here we go. In a second. We'll be there.
Alrighty, guys. So I think that most of us are pretty familiar with Stephanie Harlow. I've made other videos on her in the past and kind of, some of my criticisms. And as expected, I was attacked relentlessly by some of her parasocially connected fans that just think that she can do no wrong.
Now, this is where I think she's gone wrong right from the very beginning. She's making digs at Stephanie's fans and insinuating that they're all, parasocial deviants, if you like. Just stop. If you're going to do something that is unbiased, then do it. But as soon as she said that, I thought, oh, okay, this woman doesn't like her. So, okay.
Stephanie is just the true crime queen of YouTube. And
well, she is a bit. I mean, there are others. There are others that are bigger than Stephanie. I think Stephanie's plateaued recently. She hasn't hit the million yet. And there's other true crime YouTubers that have hit a million, and also some that have hit 2 million. And Stephanie seems to be lagging behind. So, yeah.
And how dare anyone give her any amount of criticism? That's usually the way these parasocially connected fans operate, is they will come across a video that has very fair criticism from somebody else who watches this person, and they will take it to heart and go to battle on behalf of this person who really probably doesn't even know who they are or care who they are.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she's saying things that don't really need to be said. But okay.
They will say some very, very bizarre things to defend these creators. And I just find the whole thing to be a bit delusional. But nevertheless, let's get it.
Why is it delusional, though? I mean, I don't think it's delusional. They're not saying, Stephanie is my best friend and, whatever. And, I've got a super duper relationship with her. So her questioning parasocial relationships at this point is irrelevant, in my opinion. Just get on with the story.
Into this video that was posted. So this video that was posted is sharing an exchange between Stephanie and her ex-husband, Adam. Adam was married to Stephanie for a very long time. They had what social media thought was a very good marriage. And then she announced that they were getting a divorce. And now she calls him a narcissist any opportunity she gets. She can be talking about something completely unrelated, and she will share that her ex-husband is a narcissist.
Well, maybe he is.
Okay.
So this is where I think, she's becoming very sort of judgmental about it, and not in a good way.
And, that's just the way that she's choosing to mention him. Doesn't even have to be about him or about anything that has to do with him, but she will veer off and say, by the way, my ex-husband is a narcissist.
Really, though? Is that the truth? I'm not sure I believe that.
Very interesting. Sometimes when these YouTubers decide to share these life updates, I really feel like it can really backfire.
I agree, especially when there's somebody like her. When there's somebody like her who's going to respond to whatever's happened in this poor woman's private life. Okay.
And of course, this is just my opinion, but I've always taken the stance of, if you're an online content creator, it is best to just keep your personal life to yourself.
I agree. That's one thing I do agree with. The less you say about your private life, the better. It's like, Edna, I know nothing about. I know nothing about her private life. She comes in my live streams. Can't get rid of her, guys. She's just there, puffing away on her blunt.
And the funny thing is, I feel like I say way too much. So that's funny. I'm glad that you feel like you don't know much.
No, I know nothing about you. And it's the same with Bridge. I know nothing about Bridge, but I don't need to. And that's
honestly, how much do we know about people on the internet anyway? Even people who we see their like day in the life vlogs and stuff. We still don't know everything.
I know. I think some people share way too much, and I have to admit, I have shared quite a lot on, online. And the thing is, once you've shared it, you can't really take it back, but you can stop talking about it.
Right.
But somebody like this person, and also some people in the comment section, seem to think that because Stephanie has mentioned what's been happening, and there's a reason why, but we'll get onto that in a minute, because Stephanie has sort of spoken on it, they can then come in with their 2 penny worth. They can then come in and start, insulting her and, painting all these narratives that they don't have a clue about.
Right.
So, hey, T-girl. Nice to see you. Welcome.
There are things that happen in life, and it's like, oh, this will make a really good video. This will make a really interesting vlog or whatever. And it usually will end up coming back to not be very good.
As far as I know, Stephanie doesn't vlog. So if she's talking about vloggers, she's wrong.
Unless you're a lifestyle vlogger and that's what you've done from the start of your channel, or you shifted and started intentionally doing that. But if you're like a true crime content creator and then you start sharing stuff about your personal life like this, it cannot shake out very well. The video that came out 2 days ago that I was sent, it says, this tracks pretty well a year later. I'm a MFing monster. So it's a minute-long clip. Evidently, Stephanie filmed this. I don't know why it would have been released if she is the one that filmed it. I want to get into some additional information that her husband has shared about this exchange after we watch the clip. But before I keep babbling, let's let the clip roll and then I will give additional thoughts.
I would have gotten an order of protection already. I would have done it while you were gone. I would have been sneaky as fuck. I knew exactly how to do it and how to be sneaky as fuck, and I would have changed the fucking locks. And I would have an order of protection. And when you came back, I would have brought Aiden inside and I would have said, you gotta leave. Okay. And there would have been cops there with that order of protection to escort you out. And you would not have been able to come back to see me, this house, or your fucking children. And I wouldn't have been financially responsible for you in the fucking least. Right. And then I would have filed for divorce. And the second I filed for divorce would have been, once again, the second I was not any longer financially responsible for you. Because you're not entitled to any fucking thing I do financially once I file for fucking divorce. I could fucking break you, destroy you, and take everything from you in a fucking second.
I know. Damn.
But I'm not doing that. Doesn't it mean something to you?
Everything.
I'm a good person.
Now, here's the thing. As a complete obvious side note, you are not a good person if you have to announce that you're a good person. That is...
I don't believe that. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's a stupid thing to say. Have you not ever been in an argument with somebody and, you know, sort of said something along those lines? Does that mean that you're disingenuous? No, I don't think so. I don't see anything wrong in her saying that. But it's difficult for me because I know the other side of it and I don't know which bit to talk about first. Should I just carry on playing this and then we're bringing the Stephanie side? Shall we do it that way? Hi, Sherry.
Yeah,
nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, AK. Hope you're well.
Is something I felt like all of us knew. But if you have to go on this entire rant and close it out with, I'm a good person, you're probably not a very good person.
I feel at that time she said she was a good person because she said that she could have done all those things. She could have ruined him. She could have done this, that, and the other, but she didn't because she's a nice person. Am I getting that wrong, girls, or what do you think? What do you think so far?
Yeah, because like I've never said like I'm a good person, but I have said something like, you know, like I'm arguing with somebody and I'll be like, look, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Exactly. Edna, you got anything to say, darling?
Oh no, I agree. I think I mean, I don't know, like in this context, I think Bridge gave an excellent example. So yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me the thing and think that I'm going to believe that because I'm not one of your parasocially connected fans, Stephanie. Adam has shared.
See, it all seems a bit personal to me.
And it seems hypocritical to me too. Like, you know, she's saying that Stephanie is always bringing in her husband's a narcissist. Now she's always bringing in, well, your fans are parasocial. I mean, this has nothing to do with the situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly. She's bringing in all these other things that I think completely knocks off any thoughts of this being, you know, not a personal attack against this other creator. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Where this video came from. So let's read about that and then I'll jump back over and let's go through some of the comments on the Reddit post. So he said, and just to answer where the video came from, since March 16th, I have been open about the fact that my phone had been cloned using my phone's...
Right, I don't really want to go over all that. Now, basically, what's been happening that she hasn't brought up at all is that Stephanie's husband, this guy, Loud Leachy, has been putting up, you know, big posts on Reddit slagging her off, basically. And that's the reason why Stephanie felt that she had to speak out. So this woman saying at the very beginning that because Stephanie has started talking about it, then, you know, people such as her should be allowed to give their opinion is BS, because Stephanie's defending herself. And I'll read some of what Stephanie's response was to this. Okay. So I'm not going to listen to her reading all of it, but I just want to pick out certain bits from here. Long story short, I was having a picture and video files modified and rendered broken and irreparable. So I installed apps that copy and download any files that are touched on both my phone and whatever is tethered to. Her hubris, I don't know what that is, even in the face of being confronted, ended up supplying me with some of my best evidence. From there, I tracked down the original source codes and was able to take video with the notice wrap around the banner while files were tampered with in real time. So, I mean, he seems to me to be very... what's the word?
So is he hacking her phone, or what's going on? I don't get it.
No, what he's trying to say is that she's hacking his phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is from him. Okay.
Yeah, this is from him. Sorry, honey. Yeah, this was from him. This is the type of thing that he's been putting on Reddit. And I mean, like up here, I have been open about the fact that my phone has been cloned using my phone's alternate PE SIM along with third-party software using developer blah 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 blah. Really? Is Stephanie gonna be really doing all this to him? Or is this all gaslighting? So I'm not gonna... she reads everything on it, so I'm not going to listen to all that. So here we go.
Foreign language to me. I don't know what any of that meant, but he continues and says, long story short, I was having picture and video files modified. And if you're wondering the cause of their separation, it has been very well known that Stephanie had an affair. And she...
how well known is it though? I mean, I didn't know about that.
Right.
So where's that coming from? Is that coming from the husband? So, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. I don't think you should run with what people tell you. And it's like, you know, at the beginning of the stream when we were talking about Kalari, I didn't want to call her, you know, somebody who's got a mental illness, because I want to see it for myself. I want to come to my own conclusions. I don't run with tittle tattle or what other people say. You know, I like to be as genuine as I possibly can be. But yeah.
She, you know, did what a lot of people do and decided to step out on her marriage. And Adam has also admitted he did put GPS on her car when she was alive. And he never...
Right. So this is the same guy, right, who's just gone on and on about her doing all this thing to him. And here he is admitting that he put GPS on her car when she was lying.
Very toxic.
But if they're married, that's not really considered a crime. Yeah.
Right. So, and then he's going into, you know, a lot of details, personal details about the marriage. I don't want to read all about that. I don't, you know, I don't want to hear about that, you know.
My question is, why is this all coming out, especially from his side?
Exactly. And why is this woman speaking up on his behalf? You know, it seems to me as if he's speaking up enough on his behalf. Yeah. You don't need to make videos about somebody else's personal details. I mean, you could say, well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying not to because I'm trying not to read all her, all this, but I'm just trying to, show the drama that's going on. Okay, so let's look at my chat. I don't know her. Right, okay. I don't know her
I think that's
proposed.
something else.
Just
I
seeing
think that's
she's
something else.
offended often. Oh, we're talking about somebody else, are we?
I think they've drifted into a different conversation.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Yes. Okay. So somebody here knows about it. Built to Spill. That serial horror flick with Columbrada's film, and she talks about how it was her sanctity at the time. Yes, I've heard that. She wrote about that in the community tab. Yeah.
A lot of us already kind of believe, and that is don't cheat, don't be unfaithful. Y'all already know how I feel about cheaters. Let's jump back over to
Oh, right. So it's now okay because she feels that way about cheaters. That's all that she sees Stephanie for. Okay. All right.
the comment section on Reddit. Somebody said, wow, this is the most compelling thing I've seen on here. You can't excuse this behavior or try and mitigate it. This is serious, and I'm so sorry to the man who had to be on the receiving end of this. I hope you're doing well and healing, Adam.
Okay, so she's now reading all about, what Adam sympathizers are saying. Okay. So
I know a lot more than you, so I don't need any of your advice. I just need your praise, and I need you to watch my videos so that I can continue to make money. He's the same person who, instead of saying DSM-5, she has said DSM-V, as in the letter V instead of 5, V5.
Okay.
I don't know. Know it all.
does it matter?
That was really petty. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Doesn't really know much of anything, in my opinion, but this is definitely blowing up. I understand that with these separations, it can become, especially when we're talking about like just text and stories, it can become a he said, she said thing. But when you see somebody responding in this manner and being so calculated and threatening, that to me is shocking. This is not just
Well, I think we've got a good idea where this woman's coming from. But what's quite interesting, I just glanced at this before coming on. Now, some of these comments are quite interesting. Okay. Top one says, nah, this one is weird. Just because you keep your life private, let's not use a hot topic of another woman whose private life became ugly and dragged into the public space for clicks. This channel has started to just feel like gossip. And the comments have become so gross and just feels like Reddit snark at this time or at this point. Abuse can definitely go both ways, but if someone is desperately trying to leave and the other is refusing divorce or separation, it's odd to me to believe the person refusing to allow the other to leave is in the right. Right. One under that says, you seem awful. If she is in an abusive situation, what the F does this do for her kids? He records her, only showing the part that makes her look bad, and somehow you're all blindly choosing his side. Why? Because she isn't a timid woman who talks down about herself now? Because she has some confidence and is fighting for her happiness. I don't think she is perfect, but who the F are you? Most of us didn't even know she was getting a divorce or that it was Adam. I'm not watching your video. You don't deserve the ad money or play time. This comment is more than you deserve. And, there's other people saying this video is so inappropriate. Someone said, maybe you shouldn't make videos about something you only have snippets of. Abuse does funny things to people. Thank God you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so glad she got these comments.
But
If
you know what? I think
Uh-huh.
that she's gonna say that these are just parasocial people that support the Stephanie
Yes.
Harlow.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course she is.
Mhm.
So let's glance at the next one she did after that, which was quite interestingly. I'm done. Okay.
So we are hearing from her. So if you're interested, please keep watching.
So, okay, she's called this bowing out after this. Stephanie Harlow speaks on recent drama. Okay, all right, let's jump forward over that bit. Here we
All
go.
right, you guys. So in full transparency, I have read part of this. I haven't read all of it because I figured, it's really long and I got through some of it and I was like, you know what, maybe I should just save the rest of the reading and use that as my reaction. And I'm going to go into this with an open mind and we're just going to have a conversation since it is playing.
No, that's not true though. That's not true because you didn't, the first video wasn't done with you with an open mind. It was done with you having a dig at Stephanie, who may or may not have had an affair. That's it. Okay.
Up publicly. After all, we are allowed to respond to it as an internet society. So she posted this 3 hours ago, and this was posted on June 30th, 2024. She says, "Hello, everyone. It's been a long time."
Right. I'm not going to listen to all that. Let's just hear what she says at the end. Okay.
Consumption. And I shouldn't. The commentary genre and a lot of other genres that are opinion based will change forever. I've had opinions made about me that were not fair, were not accurate, and it, wasn't what I wanted to have happen. But unfortunately, if I put something out, that means that it's there for public consumption. And I shouldn't feel as if people are obligated to like something or not like something just because it might be really serious in nature and have to do with something that is really sensitive. Nobody needs to agree or disagree with me. 2 more things I want to say before I close.
That was all word salad to me. I mean, it meant absolutely nothing. What about you girls? You got anything to say? What do you think about this person?
So I'm just going by the title of the video. She says, "I'm bowing out after this." I think that this person has a habit of doing this because I remember with the whole Kaya situation, she made 2 videos about Kaya speaking on that. And I remember she was saying that Kaya needs to take responsibility. Oh, was it 4?
I just looked at it. I was like, dang, she was going off.
Oh.
and
Did she get views on that? Did she get views on Kaya?
I didn't notice the read through.
I was going to have a look at her videos anyway. I was going to have a quick look and see what she's done on.
But one of the last videos she did about Kaya, her whole point was that Kaya needs to take responsibility, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And she had highlighted one of the comments that I had put on Kaya's page, which basically was saying something like, if you're going to keep on doing videos, just do you. Don't look at the negative comments. Just keep it pushing or something like that. And she's just like, this lady was like, I just don't believe that. She really needs to take responsibility and blah, 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 this and that. So I had commented in her comment section, like, it's I said something like, it's her personal life, something like that. And she comes back with, well, I've said what I said. I'm not going to talk about this anymore, and kind of just shut it down. So I feel like she kind of has a habit of bringing stuff up. And then when she gets pushback, I'm not talking about it anymore.
Yeah. I get that impression as well.
Okay.
Absolutely. And also, I mean, we'll have a look after this. Let's just hear. I don't know. I think I missed a bit. I've actually got notes. And there were certain things that she said that I thought, oh my God, she said that, oh, well, I just don't like her vibe. This is her talking about Stephanie. I just don't like her vibe. She's a know-it-all that knows nothing, and she's unhinged. And I thought,
Unhinged?
okay, you've got a real problem with Stephanie, haven't you? There's a reason why you don't like Stephanie. Maybe because she's got 3 times the amount of, well, more, the amount of subscribers that she's got. And she has done other things. 2 years ago, she did a Stephanie Harlow goes off on subscribers. So yeah, she likes to say her bit, and then if it gets a bit too hot, she jumps out. And this is what she's doing now, because I believe Stephanie, well, I know she did. Stephanie said in her statement that she's not happy with people making money out of her misery. And if she sees, reaction channels speaking on it in a certain way, that she will strike them. And I thought, well, good for you. So this is why I think this woman is backing away, because she doesn't want her channel struck. That's it. So let's see.
About this video. One is that if this is what is happening, and yes, like we have a bunch of text here and that is her side of the story. If that's what's really happening, that is really unfair, and nobody should have to go through that. You also cannot get upset when you are on video, whether or not it was highly edited. Like, nobody knew it was highly edited or taken out of context. You can't jump up and down and get mad because you were on video saying, I could break you, I could ruin you, I'm a good person.
Why can't I get upset if a video was edited of me to make me look bad? Why can I not get upset?
Exactly. She didn't put the video out there. She didn't put how do we know that she wasn't filming that? Because she wanted evidence of what was actually going on. How do we know that? This woman doesn't know that. So it's like, God, where's your sympathy? Where's your empathy with a fellow woman? I'm sorry, I don't want to sound as if I'm being what's the word, anti-male, but I will, unless it's proven otherwise, I will always take note of what the woman says. I think you have to, because you just don't know, and you can't assume that just because. Go on.
So, yeah, because oftentimes, like, women don't get justice for different assaults and things that happen, let alone situations where their like online persona is being attacked too.
Yeah,
I think it's also weird that it's like, just because you post something, it's like up for grabs to be like critiqued and dissected in such a way. Like, I don't think that should be the case for everything.
No, I agree with you 100%. Just because, and the thing is that, the annoying thing about this is maybe Stephanie did drop it in one of her chats, in one of her videos, that, she may be moving, or, the situation isn't as she wants it to be at home. Who knows? But that doesn't mean that everybody, all these other sleuths, can go off and create false narratives about it. It's her personal life. She's not a vlogger. And the husband is the one that's brought it all out into the public. I'd be so upset if I was Stephanie. Okay, let's go.
That's what the video said. And if it was edited, that's not cool. But that video was released on the internet, and people are allowed to consume it and say, that's really wild. Usually people that are good people don't need to say, I'm a good person. People are allowed to have that opinion. And if you don't want opinions made about you, then maybe you should not be on the internet. But I do believe in us know.
I know. Can you believe it? Oh, God, what a bitch.
And get really messy. And I think that, again, these are two very imperfect people that are...
Right, well, we don't need to hear what you've got to say about them. Right, so we've looked at what the people said. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at Stephanie's community post quickly before we go. Right, so
Bill said, while you're doing that, Bill says Stephanie Harlow got pushed back because she wasn't always open to other viewpoints, but it isn't this serious.
I missed that.
I was like, where did Jan go?
Who said that?
Bill to spill.
She got pushed back because she wasn't always open to other viewpoints, but it isn't this serious. Yeah, I don't really know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know if you want to, add to that. Right, so if we go into Stephanie's... Oh, sorry, I'm not... Sorry. Right, so here's Stephanie's page, and here's her community page. Community. Okay, now it goes on a lot. It's a really long page. Thingy. Right, is it that one? Read more. Yeah, see, look, it goes on forever and ever.
Oh, wow.
But I think we can pick out. I think we can pick out some bits on here. Right. My husband, who is my soon-to-be ex-husband, has been posting about me online since I secured an order of protection against him at the end of February. I have been trying to get out of what was a very abusive relationship with him for quite some time. But as we have gone over many times in the past, it can take an average 7 attempts before you are able to successfully leave an abusive and toxic marriage. Okay, I think that's really significant, and I would totally agree with that. Sadly, I've been in that situation, and it took me 2 years to get out of it. So I definitely can concur with her there, 100%. Sherry, thank you so much, darling. Thank you. That's lovely. Yeah, so I don't want to read all of it. Okay, for quite a while I've been making attempts to leave the marriage, or more accurately, to get him to leave, since I work from home, and he has made our home unlivable for me and the children. I don't need to get into details or specifics, as I never wanted the greatest tragedy of my life played out on the public stage. But there was proven abuse with pictures, admissions of guilt from him, and many eyewitnesses to support what I'm saying. All of this will be handled and addressed in the oncoming court proceedings. As far as claims that I have kept the children from him, that is unequivocally false. Both of my minor children have their own attorneys assigned by the court who they speak to and who make decisions on whether or not there will be visitation. Neither of my minor children want to see Adam or speak to him at this point, and they have communicated that to all necessary parties. So she is opening up here, okay? She's saying that she was in an abusive relationship and she, has been trying to leave it, okay? She's then taken accountability for things that maybe she shouldn't have done in the marriage. That could include, having an affair. I don't know. But this bit is about accountability. Okay, so she said she was trying to get out of the marriage. That was it. She was trying to get out of the marriage, and he was like refusing to go, basically,
Mhm.
and refusing to accept a separation or a divorce. So, right, just because someone refuses to honor your wishes for a divorce does not mean that you are now forced to be tethered to that person when all you want is to get as far away from them as soon as possible. I really can relate to that.
Mhm.
At some point, I began living my life accordingly and not as a prisoner. So that from that, I take that she did start going out with people,
Mhm.
not necessarily with, men, but
Right.
she started living her life away from the husband that she was trying to get away from. Um, And for anyone who wants to judge me or condemn me for that, I don't care. The only options I care about are those of my children who lived in this hell with me and who continue to be the target of his abuse, control, and manipulation tactics, even after he was removed from our home and given a restraining order to not contact me. When he could not reach me directly, he took to the internet to get a response
Mhm.
out of me. When he was banned from the Reddit forum because he had, quote, lost all credibility, he began harassing me via phone and email again, at which point I had him arrested again. And if you
Mhm.
hear me screaming at my husband in certain highly edited videos, specifically chosen and clipped to set a narrative, what you hear is a beaten down woman finally standing up for herself, laying out her boundaries and protecting them. So it that's a bit worrying. I can hear. Oh, never mind. So I'm not going to read anymore. So you've got the gist of it. She's explained everything. I believe her. Um, I mean, and I can understand what she's saying. I can understand the pain she must be going through that he's made it so
Mhm.
public. And I think that's what makes this other woman so vile, in my opinion. She did actually read this, and I didn't want to listen to her read it because she just picked and, prodded some more, really. And that is just vile. I just think it's vile. What do you girls think in conclusion? Because I don't really want to read all of it. She's saying thanks to people
Right.
who reached out with words of support and encouragement. She did say that she joined a community that really helped her through it. And I think
Mhm.
that's what Built to Spill was talking about. Um, so yeah. So what do we think, girls?
I think that she probably said too
I
much in
you
that post.
Oh,
yeah.
do you?
I was
Do you
gonna say
think she
Yeah.
said too
yeah.
much?
It's fair to say that this isn't as parasocial as the first woman seems to think it is, because if it was, then she wouldn't feel the need to write all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then, all right, put yourself in that position, right? Your ex
Mhm.
is, and you're, quite big on social media, and
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
ex is writing all this crap about you.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you want to explain everything
Yeah,
yourself?
I would want to, but I still wouldn't want people in my business like that, and I would probably maybe want to address it, like, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things that are lies, and videos have been edited, and I'm trying to figure everything out. Like, I would vague talk about it without getting into as much detail as she did, because her channel is not about her life, it's about
Right.
these crime stories.
Yeah, yeah,
And it kind of speaks to
okay.
the type of person that he is when he's talking about he's putting GPS trackers in her car. That's not normal.
No,
No, that is
I
really
know,
concerning.
I know. I'm just taking in what you're saying because it's
Mhm.
you know, my sort of automatic response is obviously different to yours, and you know, I can accept that. So, but I can also understand what you're saying in that she didn't need to go into every little detail, but I think I probably would, though. You know, I think I probably would, but that's me. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so Sherry's saying it's not normal at all. Okay, so it's not normal for her to be so sort of open about
I think no, I think
everything that
I
happened.
think she's talking about the GPS tracker that I said about it's not
Right.
normal.
Oh, I
The
see.
excessive behavior.
Yeah. I just think it's a real shame, you know, and whether you agree with what she's saying or whether you agree with what the other woman said, I just think it's such a shame that the internet allows people that don't know you, don't know anything about you or your life, can speak so, you know, so detrimentally about your life.
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
I mean, we see it in girl world all the time where people, they're speculating, but they speak as if they're, they're spitting facts. And
Yeah.
I think, people do it too often.
And that's what I
Yeah.
said last week, where I said where the guy was talking about fights and stuff that are happening online, and people are going to be there for the drama to see what's going on and see what you're going to say, what the other person's going to have to say. But at the end of the day, they really don't care because it's not a part of their life. And so that's why I
Right.
wouldn't have shared so many details about if I was Stephanie, I wouldn't have showed so many shared so many details about what was going on as in this battle that she's having with her husband, because it's not their business. Nobody cares, and they're just here to see what you're going to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. And it's almost like when people say, "Oh, don't feed the trolls,"
Yes,
because
yes.
you're giving them information and that they will use against you. And the only thing is, she did sort of say that she would, you know, strike channels, and I don't blame her for that. But I don't know if she feels that by putting out that big message is going to deter people from talking more about it, because I believe that there are people that will talk about it no matter what she threatens them with. And that's just a sad reality of your private life coming out online. But yeah, I can't help but feel sorry for her, I have to say. So Built to Spill said, I chose to remain silent when I had an ex do that on social media because the only way to show was let him show himself over time. It worked out for me. Oh, I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yep.
And maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe that's what's going to happen to Stephanie, you know. Maybe people will think, well, you know, he's just a piece of shit. And
I mean, it's weird because like I feel like he has already shown that with releasing videos of her telling the story about her, going on Reddit about her, and talking about the GPS tracker that he put and how she was cheating and stuff like that. He was not online, was he? He's not
no,
an online
I don't think he
personality.
was.
So I mean, looking from the outside, it looks like he's trying to be malicious and ruin her reputation online just to get back at her.
Yes.
And people should see that. But then you got this chick over here, whatever her name was, that was on the screen talking about it, and she's on his side and trying to sway people to his side. Ugh.
Yeah, but then she's only using it as content. That's what I would suggest. She's literally using it as content, because if you look at her channel, she flits between lots of different people. She's always digging at people, hence why she went for, you know, Kaya. She came out of nowhere talking on Kaya, didn't she? So she's obviously, you know, got her fingers in many pies and trying to come up with like a, you know, one that's going to taste really beautiful and skyrocket her to fame. but I don't think it'll happen the way she's doing it. And I think, I don't know, I think there's something called a girl code, isn't there? And I think
Yeah.
especially in a situation like this, I think don't try and make money off of it. Don't. It's whether, who knows what the actual truth is. We can all come up with our thoughts and judging, and judge perhaps how we feel things are. But I mean, this woman, I think, so obviously dislikes Stephanie that it seems obvious what she's trying to do. And I hope that she doesn't speak on her again. I think, yeah, just leave the woman alone. You don't know what's been going on there. So yeah.
Has Stephanie done any videos lately?
I think she did do a crime one, but I don't think she's done it. She hasn't actually spoken about this. The only thing she did was
good
put
for
out
her.
a community post. Yeah, no, I don't think she's spoken on it at all. So yeah, and she's not a vlogger either. I mean, she's purely a true crime person. I mean, I think I am subscribed to her, but she's not one that I would watch all the time because, quite honestly, some of the details that she goes into with the crimes are too much for me. And also she started doing something else. She collabed with some other guy, a cop or something, and I wasn't really interested in that either. So yeah, but I mean, I do watch her, and I just think it's a shame, that people will jump on somebody else's misery. I don't like that. So we've come to the end of that. Is there any other, before we go, is there any other drama you want to talk about quickly? Or shall we head out the door and enjoy our weekend?
Well, what was that thing that you had scrolling across the ticker before?
Oh, you want me to go more into depth?
Yeah, did we talk about everybody?
Yeah. Which bit in particular do you want to talk about?
No comment.
Bragging about using the public pool as a toilet.
What?
Oh yeah.
Who does? Have you heard, Edna? Did you hear?
I did hear. You know, well, I don't want to say yeah, but anyway, he needed to use the restroom. He was in the pool, and he figured it'd be okay just to relieve himself.
Why would you tell that?
It's just gross.
I don't know. I mean, why did Peanut tell us that she?
Oh yeah, yeah.
People overshare around here.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I like swimming, and I don't go very often. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to go in a pool thinking that some big gorilla has been in there using it as a toilet.
My goodness. My goodness.
That's vile. So the next one, Katie Herpes, the hapless hooker, is fighting daily on Twitter with somebody called Isaac Guest. Now, I don't know anything about this dude. I don't particularly want to know anything.
I mean, if you watch Katie, she's telling us all about him.
But why? Why she jumped onto him?
Because
what is the link?
I mean, Breezy, just Breezy Day. I think this is her new love interest.
Oh, is this the one where he's supposed to be the hitman or something? Is he that person?
I thought he was a school teacher.
Speak up. We know you go over there. Come on. What's been happening?
I mean, listen, he made it seem like he was a good guy, the X, Y, and Z. And then Hecate is bringing out all of these, receipts of how he treated women, like, these abusive and X, Y, and Z. And he's looking pretty bad.
But why is she sticking her nose in it? It's got nothing to do with her.
Because of Breezy. Breezy's her cow.
Oh, right.
So I like he's Breezy adjacent as the love interest.
Oh, for
Hmm.
goodness sake.
And I also
Why does it have to
think
be a
that
love
Isaac
interest? Why can't it
adopts
just be a friend?
okay,
Why does it
well,
have to
because I
be a
think
love
that's
interest?
how Breezy announced them or introduced them.
Do they live near each other? I mean,
I
I don't
have
know.
no clue.
I just think she's so desperate to uh, not only offend everybody, but attack everybody. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think she's coming across as a very nice person at all. Um, there's no humour in what she does, and I don't know. I just think. I mean, I've seen some of the things she writes on Twitter, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, girl, just go and hook somewhere. You know what I mean? Just go and do your business over there. Go and slide down that pole or something. And we did speak a little bit about Slow Mama, researching in FB's chat. Oh, he's in Pennsylvania. Where's that? Is that near Bridget? Is that near Bridget? Is that near Breezy?
No, because
Oh,
Breezy's
No,
near.
Breezy's
Yeah,
in
Breezy's near
California.
me. Yeah.
okay. So, well, I'm a clout chaser and a bully.
No, I think she's
Okay.
talking
Oh
about.
no, I think
I
she's
think she's
saying
talking about.
Hecate.
Yeah.
She's just vile. Edna, how can you listen to that woman? I just think she's vile. It's near you. Sorry about that, AK. Has it really been up on your plate? Oh no, you poor thing. I've been called a clout chaser and a bully. It's quite amusing to me, really. Yeah, I don't take it seriously at all. Anything else? What else did you want to say? Edna, tell us some of the news that's been going on in the lives you frequent. How's the hustler doing
Well,
these
I mean,
days? Pray tell.
no,
How's he doing?
drama. Who am I talking to? Jan. The big drama today is Monty and PG. So Monty has
God.
been playing with S Jam. Listen, see, y'all don't care about my drama. Whatever.
No,
No,
because
I'm
this,
listening.
this Monty and PG thing has been going on for years. Jesus.
But it's
Oh,
really
PG,
no, but
purple
it's like
glitter.
no, it's going up another level because Monty was out vlogging, so PG went vlogging. Like she's
Oh
on
my
camera in her
God.
car driving around.
What, looking for
And then
Monty?
Monty did a response stream to her.
What? They just might as well get together and like PG just needs to cross the border
I
over into
know.
Canada. They need to get together because oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh.
He's always going off at her. Is he? Do you know, I've heard of her name before. And I know that there was a thing with Monty. I don't know what sort of thing, whether they hate
Her
each
name
other.
now is Karma Glitter.
Jesus.
So she's
Why
not
am I
Purple
laughing
Glitter
at that?
anymore. She's Karma Glitter.
So what is the situation, Edna? Are they a couple? Have they ever been a couple? What's the situation? Come
Well,
on.
I mean, okay,
Edna
so
knows.
let Purple tell it. Monty is her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
For real?
Let Monty tell it. He's been catfished.
Oh, really? He was catfished?
That-
In
Apparently,
real life or just online? Come on, Edna. You can't say something and then disappear and go all quiet on us. Come on. We want the
no.
gossip.
I mean, no. This. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like it's kind of wavy, right? Because I mean, yeah, it's online, but she was like sending him real packages. Like I think there was like she thought that they were engaged or that that they were gonna really have like a substantial relationship.
But they'd never met. I don't understand this.
No.
I don't understand it. Do you know, when you said PG, I was thinking of the other idiot. What's his name? GP. I thought
Oh
you
no.
meant GP.
Oh
Oh,
my God. Oh
he
God.
he's where is he? He's on vacation somewhere because his brother is getting married. So he said he was gonna be
Oh,
gone for like 3 weeks.
that's a long wedding.
Well, it's
I mean,
international. Maybe
your
he's helped planning it.
weddings,
I don't know.
your weddings last that long? I mean, they probably last longer than the actual marriage. Um, so they were never actually in a relationship. Okay. Weird. She's not the one. Right. That, do you remember that Buddha bitch or whatever her name was? What's
Mhm.
happened to her? We have to ask Edna
Yes.
because Edna knows all that side of it. What happened to her? Is
No.
she still around?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from her or that she's like changed accounts or anything. So I wouldn't know.
Hmm.
Sorry.
It's all right. We only get a little bit from her, don't we, Bridge?
Mhm.
I think we
I
need to
think
stack her around this little box we're in.
I think one day that Monty's gonna come on camera. Purple Glitter's gonna be right there beside him, and they would have made up. They're gonna announce their relationship. I think it's gonna all work out in the end. I really think it's gonna work out.
Oh my God. Poor Monty and poor PJ. I mean, what? So they were doing like a foodie and Nada thing when they were sort of responding to each other's live stream, was it?
A
Was it like
little,
that?
a little bit.
Oh my God. That's insane. So he had all that side chick drama during their whole relationship. So that's not very relationship like. Okay. God, it's weird. Bridge, do you ever go in there? Do you ever sort of
Mm-mm.
wander over to that side?
Not at all. Look, I
No.
told you I'm out of it. I'm over here in the manosphere trying to see what's going on with their drama, the man drama.
Well, what's new with the manosphere, the red pill?
Well, see, because I don't know if I can go into it because y'all don't know the players, all the people that are in there. Because there's this guy Tommy Sotomayor, who's this black guy who talks like really badly about black women, specifically black women, about
So
how
it's a
we're
black
Hmm.
guy
lazy.
talking about black
Yes.
women.
Yes,
Okay.
we're lazy, we're fat, we're jealous of white women. Like
Oh
he just
God.
goes in, like it's like just disgusting. But now, and he like sucks up to like these like alt right people. You know,
Uh,
he's been on Fox
Hmm.
News and all kinds of stuff like that. But I guess recently he went into a Twitter space where there is like an alt right guy, and he's trying to talk to them, trying to be buddy buddy with this alt right white guy, and the white guy is just like, "Oh, you're so stupid. You're just a dumb black guy. We don't need to hear your side." And
Yeah.
so now all the black people are like, "Ha ha! You tried to suck up to the racist white people, and they called you the same thing that
Hmm.
you called us."
oh my God.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it's like that story of it was the OnlyFans model that ended up stabbing her boyfriend, and it's a black man and she's a white woman,
I
and
know that
everybody's like,
story.
"Oh, this is outrageous," and blah blah blah. Turns out the Christian, the black boyfriend, said all of these derogatory, disparaging things about
Mm,
black women. So now black
ah,
women like, well, sorry, Kristen, but
mhm,
that's on
Oh, I didn't
mhm.
you.
know about that.
I
I
didn't know
know
that
the
either.
story. Did you know about that, Bridge?
I just knew the story. I didn't know he had said all that stuff.
Oh,
Hmm.
I didn't know he'd said all
Yeah,
that stuff.
absolutely.
Well, Where did that come
Because
out?
I came across it and I was like, wow, this is really messed up.
Yeah.
It's just known. Like if you look up the story and follow it, you'll find out that he said these things. Like people went into his social media.
Wow.
Oh my God. But she was a nutter though. She was a complete nutter. I saw when the police went to arrest her, but they didn't know it was her to begin with. Well, she was making out, didn't she make out it was self-defense or something to begin with? But then it
I
started coming
think
out
so.
that there were videos of like her sort of knocking him about and just being a lunatic. And yeah, then she got arrested for it and everything. Didn't she get? She must have got life for that. She must
No,
have done.
I think it's still going on. Like I don't know if she's been convicted yet.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, there's a few stories actually. There's a couple of TikTok murders I know of. And one of them is like it was in the Asian community and it was a mother and daughter. And the
Oh, I
mother
think I
was
heard
having
about
an
that.
affair with this young guy, and he was
Mhm.
trying to get out of it, or she was trying to get out of it. I don't know. So yeah, they killed him. It was awful, awful.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll cover that on Murder Monday one day. Talking of which, girls and people in the chat, do you want to go over the what's his name, the actor Alec Baldwin case on Wednesday, or shall we do a completely different case, because that's going on at the moment? I don't know whether it's the preliminary hearing or the real hearing that's going on at the moment. But do we want to sort
Oh,
of
yeah,
go
we could
over that, or do you want a different case
I think we could
completely?
do an update.
Okay, what do you think, Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're happy with that? All right then. All right. Well, let's get us back up here again. And I want to say thanks, girls, for coming on. It's been fun. It's been another good one. And thanks for coming up and keeping me company. And also, I want to say thank you so much to the chat. You've been great. Thanks to the lurkers, and thanks to the people that are going to watch it on replay. So you all have a fabulous weekend, whatever you're doing. Our temperature has now gone down to 16 degrees and rain. Don't even laugh about it. Okay. We're not having a summer this year. So
Aw.
no,
Well,
no,
you know what? It was really warm here, but we had some. Oh, sorry.
that's all right. Go on. All right, Edna's gone quiet. All right then, guys. So I'm going to say bye-bye, Edna. Hang on. I just have to put this up. I have to, because it's always sitting there waiting. There, flame Edna. All right. So thanks everyone for coming along, and we'll see you on Monday for Murder Monday. So have a fantastic weekend.
Yes.
And take care of yourselves out there, because it's a rotten old world. Bye-bye for now.